Now, to me, this is a serious issue, and a lot of people are not talking about it. You're seeing it on some conservative outlets, but not as much on the mainstream. But what is this that's going on in Texas on the border? This is something Texas should have been doing for a long time, but now I believe other states should come and support Texas, because now you're seeing the Texas National Guard stand up against the federal government. That is awesome. And you know why I like it? Is because now they're saying all this stuff that they've been talking about for years about protecting the border. And yes, it is too late. They should have already done this. There's too many millions of people that's crossed. But I like the fact that, you know what, they're saying, you know, you're not going to do this anymore. And I don't know how this is going to turn out. You have one of the biggest economies, not only in America, but in the world, is actually standing up against the federal government, who is dropping the ball when it comes to what they're supposed to be doing for the American people, keeping our border sovereign and keeping us safe. Texas says, no, you're not going to do it. I'm going to do it. You can hold me in contempt. I don't even care anymore. We're not letting this be passed. This is pretty awesome. Check this out. Let's talk about it today. And what do you think the next step is for Texas and for America? Hey guys, welcome to the Max. Thank you so much for being here today. If you're new to the channel, go down here, press subscribe, ring the bell, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Let us know what you think, though. We really appreciate each and every one of you that comment. We read them. I promise you, it means the world to me that you even comment and spend your day with me. Now, let's talk about the content for today. We're going to be discussing Texas and the moves they're making. They are literally commandeering their borders once again from the federal government. And I think this is very encouraging, especially for the ones who believe in a sovereign border. When the federal government is lacking, Texas is stepping up. And Texas, they have the money, they have the finances, they have the stability of almost most countries across the world. I love what they're doing. The story reads, Texas begins arresting, charging illegal immigrants for crossing Eagle Pass. They took over Eagle Pass again. And it says they are in a border feud with the Biden administration. It blows my mind. And you cannot tell me you support an administration who literally will let people just cross their border. No other country would do it. I just can't understand why you as liberals, if you're liberals, leftists, or Democrats, support Biden's agenda on this, or any of the Democrats' agenda on this. It says, Texas authorities began arresting illegal immigrants at Shelby Park and Eagle Pass on Wednesday after the state attorneys general defied a cease and desist. I love that, defied. That shows that we have the freedom, no matter what you say in Washington, we're the ones dealing with it. I think it's amazing. It says the U.S. border agents were on site, but they were blocked. I love this quote right here. It says, under the authority of Greg Abbott, Governor Greg Abbott, Texas Border Disaster Declaration, the Texas troopers are arresting illegal immigrants at the as they criminally trespass in Eagle Pass. Troopers are enforcing the law. I mean, we act like that's a big deal, but they're enforcing the law, and we're like giving them kudos, standing ovations, and actually they're just doing what the Biden administration has not done. And here's what I like, and here's my personal take. The Biden administration issued major warnings that they're going to cause all these issues. They're going to come in, they're going to commandeer it, they're going to put all these lawsuits against Texas. If I was Texas and I was Ken Paxton, I was Greg Abbott, I was this task force, I'd say, bring it. Because you cannot tell me the optics on the Biden side looks better than the optics on the Texas side. For any state, no matter if you're liberal or not, for defense of your state, you should want it safe. You should want your home safe. From now on, if you believe that the border should be open, leave all your doors open to your home, leave all your gates open to your home, and just see if anybody comes in. And if they do, just let them in. Let them take what they want. Let them pillage. Let them take your money. It doesn't matter what they do to you, because hey, it's their property. It's open borders. There's no such thing as ownership anymore. That's what you're basically saying. So my take on this is I hope Texas holds the line. If they do not hold the line, it makes them look even weaker. So now you've put your foot in it. So now it's time to let's hold the line. I hope that they hold it, and I hope that they start arresting people, deporting people, and actually pushing majorly against the Biden administration. Because we're in a polarized world, because we're in the elections, I would love to see two other things. Just hear me out. I would love to see other states I'm from Mississippi. We have a Republican governor. We have a pretty strong majority in the House and Congress in Mississippi. I would love to see like places like us, places like Louisiana that just got a new Republican governor, places that are on the border side, on the other side of Texas, and say, you know what, we're standing with Texas. We're going to send our guard down there, and we're going to support Texas, not the U.S. border security, not ICE, not the Biden administration. We're going to support Texas, and not only get illegal immigrants out, we're going to keep the federal government from coming in. That is a showstopper there. Before I get to the point, it's not that I'm saying I want unraveling. I don't want civil war. I just want people to actually do what they're supposed to do. These politicians tell you all this stuff. Mike Johnson has been saying that he's going to fix the border, fix the border, fix the border. And all he's worried about is what the Democrats say about Ukraine. He is a joke. All these Republicans that are in Congress are a joke. Actually, I didn't expect this at all from Abbott. I'll be honest with you. To me, he's never been one that really pushed the narrative and stood strong on some things. He talked a lot, but never really pushed it. And now I love the fact that what he's doing. I got to give him kudos, and I want to say I'm sorry. Now the question is, can he hold up? Will he hold, no matter how much feet to the fire comes, no matter how dangerous it gets for Texas in litigation with Ken Paxton and all going on with the federal government? Will he stand strong? I hope states will come alongside him and say, you know what, you're not only going to pick on Texas. You better get a litigation for me in Mississippi. You better get a litigation for me in Florida. Better get a litigation for me in Louisiana, and so forth. I would love to see that. Now let's see if the states will come in and support Texas. Now another thing, I would love to see right now, Trump is building this monster coalition. All these people that were running against him, all these people that were once against him, the Cortezes, the political operatives that went to DeSantis, now they're back to Trump. And Tim Scott and Bergman and all these people who were running against him now supporting him. What he needs to do right now, he needs to go to the border and he needs to say, Texas, keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to support you no matter what. When I become president, I'm going to fix this. But Texas, you are doing what you're doing, and I'll stand right beside you. That even looks stronger. Opposition party, all these states are standing against the federal government who wants to leave their borders open and destroy the towns and cities around. But we're trying to just adhere to the law. That's what's so amazing. We're making a big deal of Texas just doing what the law states. It's amazing. You steal a piece of bubble gum from a store and we'll get a misdemeanor and get thrown in jail and get your picture taken by your local county jail. However, we have people illegally crossing the border and we just let them do it. I think this is amazing, and I hope the Biden administration actually pushes against Texas. I hope the Biden administration tries to sue, because then when it comes down to the Supreme Court, they're going to say, okay, so the Biden administration is saying that they want their border non-secure for their federal government, which is what they're supposed to be doing, is taking care of our lands, and there's a state that's willing to protect the border and doesn't need the federal government. That's a pretty easy choice. I think that's going to make Texas look better. I think it's going to make Abbott look better, but I think also it's going to make freedom and sovereignty of states, the movement of states where they are their own governing body and the federal government can get back to where they need to be. I think the federal government has been too big, and I think it was never set up to take over the states. I think it was meant to help sovereign. I think it was meant to help us keep us safe, but that's the point of the border, to keep us safe, and they're not doing it. I think Texas is doing a phenomenal thing. So if these states would go alongside Texas and Texas would stay strong and Trump would go down there and say, you know what, as the opposition, as the leader of the opposition party, we're standing with Texas, I don't think you'd see unraveling. I think you'd see a unification of patriotism, America First policies, and freedom. I love what Texas is doing. Texas, please don't let me down. Please keep doing what you're doing and holding the line, and you showing that you don't need the Biden administration. You are a rich, oil-rich, very rich state that really is almost, as a GDP, stands strong across the world. You prove that, and you say, you know what? I'm not going to let the Biden administration walk all over me. That's awesome. That's when that statement of, don't mess with Texas, I got to be honest with you, I'm proud of you. I hope you keep on doing it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this video. I love to see this. I don't want to see civil war. I don't want to see all that. But I do want to see Texas stand strong. And I do want to see more states stand alongside Texas and say, you know what? Not to be crass, but it's like I'm going to give the middle finger to the Biden administration. And I think that's pretty awesome. I hope that we see more people do that, and I think that polarizes and makes the freedom movement more happy, and I think Trump coming alongside it will be a game changer. Guys, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. God bless. Happy homesteading, y'all.